Hey, this is Joe, KF7MIX. I'm recreating this video because there was an issue with the audio on the last one. So, 3 things to cover with this new version 1.11 of Spotter that have changed since version 1.10. The first is sound. If you had trouble with sound in the last version, hopefully that's been repaired. There was some sound libraries that used to be available in Linux that were no longer available, and so I've replaced that with, you have the option now of TK-Snack or Simple Audio. TK-Snack should be available in your repository, like an apt install, and or using pip, depending on how your system is set up. So if you have troubles, also if neither of those works for you under Linux, the program will continue without sound. So that should be fixed. The other 2 things are new additions in this version. One is some of these ComStat features, and the other one is the database trim. Since database trim is pretty simple, I'll just go ahead and open that first. Basically, if you run Spotter for a long period of time, let's say for a year or more, your database might get rather large depending on what kind of stuff you're gathering. So this will basically just trim the database back 6 months. That just reduces the file size, makes it run a little faster. Nothing special to it. I would recommend backing up your database before you're running it, but it just simply trims the database. Very straightforward. That's in the Tools menu. Also in the Tools menu are these 3 new ComStat items. These are for compatibility with ComStat 1, which is a software that some groups like Amron use. I added these at the request of some users of those groups who were having trouble installing ComStat 1. This is not meant to replace ComStat 1. I'm not replacing their or trying to mimic their functionality. That software has a lot going on and this does not do. All this does is give those people the ability to participate in status reports. So they can receive status reports from other stations and they can send status reports. So let's look at the send first. First of all, let's go to File Settings, and you're going to see that there is an area to enter a ComStat group. You can also leave it blank if you just aren't interested, or you can put an asterisk there if you want to capture all groups. If you do have something set, then it will capture on the air ComStat status reports. And as those are captured, these are the tests that I did. You'll be able to view those status reports in sort of a human-readable format, export them, copy them, save them, and forward them. If you click the forward button, that's going to forward using the ComStat 1 forward format. And of course, you need your proper group name in there as well. I would not ever send using this asterisk. That's good for receiving, but it's not going to work for sending. You need an actual group name in there. If you're part of a group, you would know what that group name is. So likewise, this is your received reports. If you want to send one, you'd fill it in here. It starts with all green, which if you're familiar with ComStat, you know what that means. But basically, you set your status for each of these items. It builds the string down here, and if you hit send, it will send it through JS8 call. Once again, you need your correct group set there if you want to actually send a report. And the third thing for ComStat is a net check-in. Basically, if you're going to check into a ComStat net, you can use this to do that. Again, need a group name. But that's about it between version 1.10. There were some additional bug fixes, but just those 2 new features and the sound fixed is primarily the difference.